Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Skills Canada technical training guide video for graphic design technology. In this video, we're looking at color profiles and how to embed them into PDFs and also how to preserve layers within PDFs. And I got the project booklet here, and you'll notice that you always need to check the ICC profile and what it should be set to. In this case, it's a US sheet-fed uncoded version 2. For this particular part, this is the spread cover. And we're just going to jump over to the InDesign document and take a look at that. Now, we talked about this in an earlier video, but you want to make sure that when you go to assign profiles, that's going to match what the booklet says if you want to get marks on that. But it's very important that when you go to make your final PDF, that is embedded inside of the final PDF. And that's going to allow you to get full marks. Another thing we want to talk about here is the layers within this document. The competitor here used layers to make their life easier, obviously, and it's going to be easier to export it with layers so we can sort of remove things that we don't need according to the requirements afterwards if we choose to. So let me show you that. With the document open and with all the layers turned on, doesn't really matter too much, just so you can see everything that's there. We're going to go to File. We're going to go to Adobe PDF Presets, and we're going to go to PDFX for 2008. And we're going to have to give it a name. I've been making a lot of PDFs here, so I'm going to go to 5, just so I don't mess up any of the other ones. I'm going to hit Save. We're going to come into this window here. Now, there's 2 checkboxes in this window that you need to focus on. That is Spreads and Create Acrobat Layers. That's going to preserve those layers within. And then you've got to go down to your marks, and you would add whichever marks it's telling you to add. Make sure your bleeds are turned on. Use a slug area if you need it. And basically, we are then going to go and head over to the output. Okay, the output is where you are going to include the profile. All right. Now, you can do it one of 2 ways. I'm going to show you probably the best ways to do no color conversion. And then down here, just pick the one that it's supposed to be, which I believe was sheet-fed uncoded version 2. I believe that was the one. And then you can hit export. So that's going to guarantee that in PDFX, the output intent profile will be included. So we're going to export it. The nice thing about Acrobat is it allows us to verify if we did it correctly. And I'm going to show you that as well. So if we go into Acrobat here, and I'm just going to take a look at the one I just created. Here we go. If I take a look at that, you're going to see the document, and you're also going to see the varnish. That's the green that's sitting on top of it. Because we added layers and we also put in the right profile, we need to check that. So one of the ways you can check layers within Acrobat is you can go to, let me just see here, View, and you're going to go to Show and Hide Side Panels. And you want to make sure layers and standards are both checked off. And they're going to appear over on the right-hand side here, like this. So if you go to layers, now you're going to see that we have all the layers that we had within our document, which allows us to turn off things that we don't want to use necessarily, and we can kind of check each element. So that is good. We can also go to standards here to verify that the correct ICC profile is embedded. So we just hit Verify Conformance, and it's going to tell you that the verification has succeeded. So if your PDF passes the verification, then you're going to get the points for having the ICC profile embedded. All right, now, let's say you're doing this in Illustrator, okay, and you just finished, creating your document with Illustrator, and this is your final project. Again, you would go to Edit, make sure that the assigned profile, in this case sheet-fed coded, not uncoded, would be set. We're going to hit OK. We're going to go to File. We're going to go to Export As. And of course, Illustrator is a little different. We have to choose Adobe PDF. We're going to hit Export. I'm going to give it a name here, 3, so I don't overwrite the other ones. And in here, from this little pull down, we're going to find the PDFX for 2008. And we're going to go to marks and bleeds if we need it. In this case, it's a logo, so we don't need that. but we're also going to go over to output. Same window as we saw in InDesign, okay? So I'm going with no conversion, and I'm choosing coded version 2, and I'm going to export my PDF. It's going to do its thing. Okay, it does it pretty quick. Now we're going to check it in Acrobat the exact same way we just did it for the cover. So I'm going to open it with Acrobat, take a look. There it is. And we're going to run the verification. It should be SheetFed coded version 2. We're going to test it, and the verification is succeeded. So that is how you embed profiles into your PDFs, and how you also can turn on or preserve layers within PDFs. Very, very useful, and it's going to get you full marks when it comes to the judges checking for the ICC profiles.